Change Agents expands into counter drone technologies with the launch of Autonomous Air Defense LLC and appointment of Major General Malcolm Frost to the advisory board. Ladies and gentlemen, the market does not care about anything that is going on between Iran. It does not care about the JOLTS data that came out today. It only cares about going higher. Global tech equity funds attracted $15.7 billion in inflows last week, the third largest weekly inflow on record. And the inflows continue to happen as the fear and greed index now shifts from almost all the way into extreme fear to now in greed for the stock market. Before we get into the SPY and all of the earnings that are reporting tonight and what happened throughout the day today, I want to talk about this that I brought up at the very beginning of the video. This is from a company that is very, very small that was up about 18% earlier today. This is Change Agents Corporation. It's trading at 19 cents and it only has a market cap of $2.86 million. So this thing can move very, very quickly. They just dropped a press release that I will link in the description if you want to go take a look at it. But I want to give you a brief rundown of this play before we jump into other plays. So management has been positioning Change Agents as an artificial intelligence company, which is why I wanted to put it on your radar since it's only a $2 million market cap, shifting into AI. Now, the company has already introduced AI-powered products like Beacon along with Catch-Up, building the foundation for its broader AI strategy. Today's announcement, that press release that I just brought up, is the next step in the evolution of the company. Management is expanding those existing AI capabilities into the rapidly growing defense tech sector. So again, rather than changing the company's business overnight, management describes this as applying its AI expertise to another high growth vertical. So their Beacon and Catch-Up demonstrate that the company's AI strategy didn't begin with today's announcement. According to the management, these AI platforms represent part of the foundation of the company that has been building over time. So today's defense initiative builds on that existing AI ecosystem rather than starting from scratch. So let's talk about this. Again, they announced expanding into counter drone technologies. And what this does is this brings up important sectors that are going to hopefully make the company a lot of money. Now, Change Agents has launched Autonomous Air Defense LLC, which is a wholly owned subsidiary that will evaluate opportunities in AI-enabled autonomous drone surveillance and counter unmanned aerial systems, also known as CUAS technologies. Counter drone technology has become increasingly important as drones are being used more frequently in military conflicts, broader security, and to protect critical infrastructure. If you guys don't know what's happening between Iran and the US, the Strait of Hormuz is basically being held up by drones from Iran. And we've talked about stocks that we already personally own in the sector, like RCAT. And this company is transitioning right into there as well. And we know that this sector is likely to grow. Now, governments, military organizations, airports, power grids, and other critical facilities are investing more heavily in technologies that can detect, track, identify, and respond to unauthorized drones. Artificial intelligence can improve these systems by analyzing data in real time, helping automate drone detection and response much faster than traditional methods. Management believes expanding into AI-enabled defense technologies is a natural extension of the company's broader AI strategy. Now, remember I told you at the beginning of the video when I read the press release that was dropped this morning, they had an appointment of Major General Malcolm Frost to the advisory board. Why is this worth noting? Well, one of the biggest parts of the announcement is that the appointment of Major General or Malcolm Frost to the advisory board of both Change Agents Corp and Autonomous Air Defense LLC brings a lot of value. He brings decades of military leadership, operational command experience, national security expertise, and strategic insight into emerging defense technologies. Companies expanding into defense-related industries often recruit experienced military leaders who understand operational needs, government procurement, national security, in the evolving defense landscape. So while an advisory board appointment doesn't guarantee future success, investors may view it as a sign the company is building experienced leadership as it expands into the defense AI sector. Now, the company also announced that it is conducting due diligence on several drone surveillance and interceptor companies. Let me say that again for everybody watching this video. The company also announced it is conducting due diligence on several drone surveillance and interceptor companies. They say that they are evaluating potential acquisitions, strategic investments, or partnerships as part of this expansion, and it's only trading at 19 cents, just around 20 cents. Trading at a $2.86 million market cap. Again, go do your own due diligence. I will leave this press release linked in the description, and let me know in the comments down below what you think about ticker symbol CHGA. Again, go check it out and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, do your own due diligence. This is a sponsored stock. So we talked about global tech inflows, the fear and greed index leading into greed, and the SPY now hitting 765 all-time highs that we have never seen before. And right now, it doesn't look like there's a lot of resistance all the way up until you get towards 787 on the SPY. But what I want to tell you is that we're not seeing a lot of necessary volume, I would say, on these markets to continue this move without a retracement. I don't think that this move is technically over, seeing that resistance is quite a ways out. But don't be surprised if the SPY will see a few day sell-off in the near term. What will affect that? Well, tension between Iran. Treasury Secretary Bezos says a deal with Iran could be announced as soon as tomorrow. Now, Bezos claims that the deal would reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and if this is the case, SPY will likely continue to skyrocket without resistance. However, what we do know is that they said there was a deal and the Hormuz was open, but we realized that they lied. Iran came out and said there is no deal, and we have the Strait of Hormuz unlocked, and we know what's necessarily happening. So again, you can never be surprised if tomorrow oil spikes, Iran says there's no deal, and there is continued chaos across these markets with these disgusting headlines. Another massive effect is earnings. First of all, before we jump into earnings, let's talk about GameStop and AMC. We cannot forget that eBay's earnings are tomorrow, August 5th. And this is going to hopefully bring us some clarity on the eBay GameStop acquisition deal and possibly affect GameStop going forward. Now, GameStop was suspended on the German markets. I wanted to briefly bring this up before people freak out. These are lower liquidity markets, and we had a 13% drop in GameStop. It is a routine halt or suspension. Now, there is a lot of theories going around that I'm not going to dig into, that institutions actually needed these shares at T plus 35 from today. Now, why would Ryan Cohen grant that? Again, there's so many questions up in the air. Even if this is the case, there's Tin that posted the American flag, which means we're right on the end of Roaring Kitty's timeline, right? There's so much Tin going around. What I want to note is that we have a sideways or downwards likelihood of trading in GameStop because of what's on paper until September 8th. Following that, we have earnings, and then we have the right to move higher, along with the likelihood of shorts covering their hedges on GameStop. So until then, we sit back, relax, and we lock in what I would consider free money. I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion and where my head is at. Personally, GameStop is in buyback territory, and they have a $2 billion authorized share buyback that can be initiated, and I think they'll probably announce it mid-September. AMC is down it's down 3.5% now, trading at 275. Still many bullish analyst targets, and the next earnings in November is likely to be very big because of how great the box office has been looking. However, we are, for now, getting a rejection off of this wedge. Watch AMC very closely. We really want to break out of this wedge. If you break back above the recent relative highs at $3.05, you're likely moving towards $3.50 and then $3.85. We want to watch very closely. We do still have a cross on the daily time frame for the moving averages. we want to kind of take a look at what momentum is doing. I will look at that tomorrow. I'll take a look at the RSI on several different time frames, along with the MACD and some other momentum indicators to kind of see what the likelihood is going forward. Now, Palantir reported in earnings last night, absolutely smashing earnings with revenue at 1.94 billion, estimated at 1.81 billion being a beat. Their adjusted earnings per share, 41 cents, estimated 35 cents, massive beat. Palantir's second quarter adjusted EBITDA was 1.2 billion, estimated 1.09 billion, massive beat. Palantir sees forward year adjusted operating profit 4.9 billion, estimated 4.51 billion being another beat, which puts Palantir up 26% on the day. Bang, bang, bang. Why are we pumped? Well, we entered calls in the Discord server. Palantir paid out very nicely. Once again, we had a smack hit on Amazon, a smack hit on Palantir, and even some of our favorite plays like Poet is up 12% today, was up 15% on some China news. SoFi up another 2%, trading outside of this wedge that we have been watching. A lot of plays, even Google and some other plays, fake to the downside out of sort of a flag pattern that they were trading in, and then now are crossing back to the upside, even similar to what the SPY has done with this diamond pattern, faking us below and bringing us higher, almost looking as if the market was in a huge bear trap when everybody thought it was in a huge bull trap. Now we have a $1.5 trillion company reporting earnings tonight, and that company is SpaceX. They are reporting earnings for the first time in history, and in my opinion, if SpaceX closes above 117, if it's about to close above 117, I will likely jump into calls on SpaceX, hoping Elon brings us some interesting news. Elon says that he thinks SpaceX is an insane opportunity in the stock market. However, we know what he has done with Tesla in the past over and over again, hyping up the crowd just for a nothing burger. Now, it's very unlikely that SpaceX actually makes a lot of money, but what I would say is maybe they can secure contracts and kind of stick their hand in this little circle thing that we got going on with the other big tech companies. What do I mean by that? Well, they're basically cycling quote unquote profits on paper, and if they do the same thing with SpaceX, we could see SpaceX secures a deal with XYZ company for however many billions of dollars, and then this company for this many billions of dollars, and SpaceX is now going to, fund this company for this amount, and then it's going to show up on their balance sheet, so on and so on and so on and so forth. Especially seeing that we now have another $1.5 trillion company on the market, you can see how they can do a lot more sort of these pass you the ball quote unquote profits on paper. Now, Amazon is at 278.50. We are holding right now. This is fine. We retrace to retest the all-time high on Amazon after getting a massive breakout up to 287. As long as we close above 275, Amazon is likely primed for 288 to 306, and I am very excited still for Amazon. I will not be letting go any of my shares for at least 10 more months, and I will not be letting go of call options until we head towards 288 to 305. Now, Jeff Bezos sold a lot of Amazon, according to a lot of people, but I don't want you to freak out. This happens almost every single year, and this is 1.7% of his total position. Don't worry about it. SoFi, again, we covered it. Poet, we covered it. Reddit is up 3%, trading at 159.50, and I believe Reddit is an easier money-making opportunity as long as we close above 157.85. Keep an eye on Reddit for a move back up to fill this gap at 175 and maybe even make its way right up towards 200. Again, Reddit beat their earnings, but it sold off because the markets were having a terrible time. Just keep an eye on this. Fig, you maybe have missed the sort of pre-run since it's up about 6.5%. But Figma is reporting earnings tomorrow, and I do believe that the chart looks very, very good. If I take the drawings away, it looks to me like the charts are trying to tell you that we have bottomed out. However, seeing that we got a run for now into earnings, I don't necessarily want to play this one. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a pop up to 28 and then a retracement and the earnings actually end up closing red back towards 23. $23.85 to $24. Be careful on this one. The main one I'm watching is AMD, my baby. And when I say that, I really mean my baby. When we bought AMD back last year, about 12 months ago, May of 2025, April of 2025, we bought the exact bottom and we were buying it all the way up until 140. And AMD, I'm up over 260% on, and I will not be selling AMD. But I will likely be playing earnings. If you want to know which direction I am playing the earnings, make sure to join my Discord server in the link in the description. Top 2 links will take you right to there. You can join through LaunchPass or WAP. Don't forget to check out CHGA as they are making a massive transition. I'm going to link the press release at the very top, link in the description. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.